Hello and welcome to Japanese from Zero Ask a Teacher. Today's question is from Mr. Saturn01, and he asks a really good question. He says, can you break apart this? どうしたのか話してください。どうしたのか話してください。Especially that ka in there. Well, the ka is the most important thing in there. Let's go ahead and break this up into questions that can fit into this particular statement. So I guess those all showed up at the exact same time on the screen. I thought they were going to be one by one, but let's go through them. どうしたの? どうしたの? That means what happened. This is informal. You could say どうしたんですか? どうしたのですか? どうしましたか? Those are all versions of どうしたの? どうしたの? What happened? 誰なの? 誰なの? Who is it? Now notice that the doshita no doesn't have doshita nano. That's because the na is informal of des. Okay? The na is the des in this case. Doshita deska isn't in there, right? Unless I say doshita no deska. It's just doshita ka or doshimashita ka. But dare nano is informal of dare desu ka? Dare desu ka? So it's dare nano. Who is it? It might be anything you're talking about, like, hey, a cute girl walked by. Oh, dare no. Who's that? You would never say just dare no. If you say dare no, that means whose. It becomes possessive at that point. All right? So it also could be who are you? I could look right at you and go, dare nano? Who are you? All right? Let's look at the next one. Nan nano? Now you'll hear this nan nano a lot. It's a very common thing to say, what's that? Maybe someone shows you some weird, device that you've never seen before. And you're like, これは何なの? What is this? 何なの? All right. And the final one. And it's not just the final one. You can do it for any question word can do this. どこなの? Where is it? どこですか? どこなの? All right. So now let's look at, and again, I thought they were supposed to come out one by one, but I'm not that good at PowerPoint making, I guess. So we can now use these phrases here. I'm going to teach these to you, and then we're going to go ahead and combine them all together. So, for example, 話してください. 話してください means tell me, please. It also means speak, please. But in this case, it's definitely tell me. All right? Then you've got 教えてください. Now, 教えてください means teach me. But in this case, it also means tell me. Japanese use 教えてください as a way to say tell me all the time. For example, you could say 名前を教えてください. Teach me your name, which literally means tell me your name. 電話番号を教えてください. Tell me your phone number. That's much better than 電話番号を話してください. Okay? Tell me as 教えて is a much better thing when you're asking someone to teach you something, like their phone number or some information. And then you've got わかりますか? Very simply, do you understand? All right. Now let's put those together. All right. You've got どうしたのか話してください. どうしたのか話してください. It means tell me what happened. We've taken the what happened up in front and we've popped it in front of 話してください. Okay. どうしたのか話してください. Just tell me what happened. Maybe someone's crying on the street and they're your friend. You walk up to them and say, どうしたの? What's the matter? どうしたのか教えてください. I can say 教えてください too. 話してください. Tell me what happened. All right? Next one. Maybe there's someone you don't know and they won't tell you their name and you can say to them, 誰なのか教えてください. Actually, I think I have a better example. Let's say something bad happened in the company and there's a guy that knows about it and he doesn't really want to tell who it was. And this would be the thing you would say to them. Tell me who it is, okay? 誰なのか教えてください. All right? And, oops, I didn't mean to jump ahead. And the next one is, you could say, tell me what it is. Or do you know what it is in this case? 何なのかわかりますか? これは何なのかわかりますか? Do you know what this is? これは何なのかわかりますか? So this is actually a very, very handy grammar. Now let's look at some more complicated. Once you understand how this grammar works, you can put all sorts of questions in this format where it's question ka must be in that informal state. It cannot be, for example, どうしましたか話してください. And it cannot be 誰ですか教えてください. It has to be packaged in this informal form, or it won't sound natural. So let's look at this next one. なんでそんなことしたのか. That no can be there or not. なんでそんなことしたか話してください. Tell me why you did it. Why you did such a thing. Right? なんでそんなことしたか教えてください. 話してください. Alright? Maybe the Yakuza boss, you borrowed money from them and you haven't been returning their money and they want it back. 俺の金はどこにあるか教えろ. 俺のお金はどこにあるか教えろ. You tell me where my money is. Alright? So you can see that I've taken 教えてください and put it into a much more command style of tell me. Alright? And this is one that you might say to your boyfriend if he's being immature. You might say, お前はいつ大人になるのか知りたいです. I want to know when you're going to be an adult. I flubbed that one. Let me say it again. お前はいつ大人になるのか知りたいです. I want to know when you are going to be an adult. That is it for this question. If you'd like to learn more Japanese, you probably already have the books, but just to let you know, if you don't, they are up on Amazon. And you know what? If you like to do things digitally, we also have them in ebook form. Or you can go to yesjapan.com and get a free account and do course 1 completely for free. I'll see you all on the next Japanese from Zero Ask a Teacher. じゃあね。